Have you ever wondered where the true strength of humanity lies when adversity takes everything away? Today we'll explore the stories of international figures, individuals who have proven that even without limbs they can reach heights that the world admires. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the most inspiring stories. Leave a comment letting me know which character moved you the most. Let's begin. Bentley was born into a cruel scenario. His brain was outside his skull due to a congenital gap. Doctors advised his parents to prepare for the worst the moment he was born, yet the little boy fought to breathe, to cry, and to survive each fragile hour of his early life. Bentley is not just a patient, but a living testament to the power of survival instincts and the boundless love of a family that never gives up even when hope is at its faintest. A historic major surgery was performed to place Bentley's brain back into its proper position within the skull. It was a gamble with death, but a miracle happened. Bentley survived and began to develop, learning to roll, crawl, and burst into joyful laughter. The scars on his head are not marks of fragility, but battle scars of a tiny warrior who conquered fate. His journey has changed the medical perspective on the miraculous recovery of a young child's brain. Currently, every step Bentley takes is filled with overwhelming joy, proving that life always finds a way forward, even in adversity. Growing up energetic and lively, he is a priceless gift, teaching the world to cherish every breath and believe in miracles when we have the courage to face difficulties. Does Bentley's story make you believe in the miracle of life? Leave a comment to share your feelings. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support us in spreading these wonderful stories. Lauren Potter was born with Down syndrome, a melody often seen by society as having many flat notes. However, this young woman refused to be confined by the stereotypes surrounding intellectual disabilities. With a burning passion for acting, Lauren persistently pursued her dream in the arts, overcoming countless challenging auditions. When she portrayed Becky Jackson in the hit TV series Glee, the world was stunned by a strong, humorous actress who could capture the audience's heart with just a playful glance. Lauren's role was not just entertainment, it was a revolution on the small screen. She proved that people with disabilities can absolutely play roles with personality depth and even a bit of toughness rather than just being portrayed as pitiable characters. Lauren used her fame to become a voice for the community, fighting against bullying and promoting inclusion. She stood before large audiences or at the White House to assert, "Being different doesn't mean being inferior, we just do things our own way." Lauren Potter's life is a vibrant message of confidence and perseverance. She continues to be involved in film projects, modeling, and active social work. Each time she steps onto the red carpet, her radiant smile breaks down any barriers related to appearance or perception. Lauren teaches us that if we dare to dream and take action, the world will make way for our passion. She is a living testament that an extra chromosome cannot stop a star from shining brightly in the artistic sky. Stacy Harold stands at just over 70 centimeters tall due to a rare condition called osteogenesis imperfecta, which makes her body fragile like glass and her legs incapable of bearing weight. When Stacy married and expressed her desire to become a mother, doctors strongly opposed, fearing that pregnancy could threaten her life. However, for Stacy, love and the calling of motherhood were stronger than any fear. She chose to face death not once, but 3 times, bringing her little angels into the world with all her courage and extraordinary determination. Stacy's family life is a journey filled with extraordinary effort. Despite being in a wheelchair and limited in stature, she takes care of her children, changing diapers and bathing them with specially designed tools. Her home is always filled with laughter, where this small mother is the strongest emotional pillar. Stacy never complains about the pain or inconveniences. She focuses on teaching her children how to love and cherish life, proving that a mother's stature is not measured by height, but by the size of her open heart. Although Stacy has passed away, the story of the world's smallest mother remains an epic tale of sacrifice and unwavering faith and love. She defied all biological laws to leave behind an invaluable legacy of 3 children and profound lessons in resilience. Stacy proved that when love is strong enough, it can conquer fate. Did Stacy's sacrifice move you and inspire you to believe in the power of motherhood? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support us. Brody Halliday was an ordinary Scottish boy, but his life changed when he faced brain cancer. His carefree childhood days were replaced by painful chemotherapy, long nights in the hospital, and the gradual loss of his green hair. However, Brody didn't let the disease take away his smile. He became a powerful source of encouragement for his fellow children in the ward and a beacon of hope for his family and medical team. When treatment was complete, the victory bell rang, marking the end of a resilient journey. Brody's story became a symbol of faith, spreading hope to thousands of families battling illness. Chris Burke is not just an actor. He is someone who completely changed the world's perception of Down syndrome through his legendary role as Corky Thatcher in Life Goes On. Instead of letting cognitive limitations define his life, Chris used his warm smile and natural talent to show that difference is a gift. He didn't act just for entertainment. Every scene was a powerful statement about the right to be loved, to learn, and to contribute as equally as anyone else. For decades, Chris Burke has been an endless source of inspiration, teaching us that a sincere heart and unwavering determination can open doors that others thought were forever closed. Aniia Todd was born with a challenging medical diagnosis, as much of her brain failed to develop properly, a condition that doctors feared would make it difficult for her to survive long-term. However, this tiny girl wrote a new chapter in medical history with her breath and the resilient beat of her heart. Defying all pessimistic predictions, Aniia not only survived but also grew up in the boundless love of her family, learning to experience the world through gentle touches and sounds. Aniia's story is a hymn to the sacredness of life, reminding us that every moment of existence is a miracle and that family love is the most powerful medicine that can help us overcome the harsh limits of fate. Nagalum Hila, a young girl from Ethiopia, once carried a massive tumor on her face, causing her life to be filled with pain and the pitying stares of others. But thanks to the compassionate efforts of kind-hearted people and top medical experts, Nagalum underwent a life-changing surgery to restore her once beautiful face. The moment the tumor was removed was not only a physical liberation, but also a moment for her to shed the burden of self-consciousness and begin a new life full of hope. Now, with her bright smile always shining, Nagalum has become a symbol of miraculous revival, a testament to the power of boundless compassion and the universal desire for every child in the world to live a normal, happy life. Born with a different body, Nick once looked down at his empty shoulders and wondered about the meaning of existence. The pain didn't come from his physical limitations, but from the stigmatizing looks and the question, why me? There were moments of despair that almost drowned him in the bathtub, but it was his family's love that became his lifeline, helping him realize that a person's worth is not defined by what they lose, but by what they dare to give. Nick began to learn how to love his little chicken leg, turning it into a tool for writing, swimming, and playing music. He realized that even though he couldn't hold his wife's hand, he could still hold her heart with his soul. His tireless perseverance transformed a bullied child into a strong man ready to stand firm on the world's greatest stages and ignite hope for millions of people who feel lost. Now Nick is no longer a symbol of disability, but a testament to a real miracle. He teaches us that the greatest barrier is not the physical body, but a fearful mind. Every smile of Nick's is an affirmation. If I fall, I will try to get up again. Does the strength of Nick Vujicic inspire you to overcome your current difficulties? Leave a comment to share. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support us in spreading positive values. When Jessica was born without arms, the world seemed to shrink within narrow limits. But her parents refused to use the words "can't," teaching her to use her feet to replace every function of her hands. From dressing, brushing her hair to eating little, Jessica persevered in practicing until her feet became as skilled as a miracle. Those toes not only helped her walk, but also began to weave extraordinary dreams. The most brilliant milestone in Jessica's life came when she decided to conquer the sky. Instead of sitting in the cabin with assistance, she used her feet to control the plane's joystick, something even able-bodied people find difficult. After 3 years of relentless training and overcoming countless rigorous tests, she earned her official pilot's license. The moment the plane took off, Jessica proved that the only limit is the sky we draw for ourselves. Jessica's story goes beyond just flying. She also earned a black belt in Taekwondo and became a global motivational speaker. She uses her feet to type drive and even play the piano with graceful melodies. Jessica always appears with a bright smile, reminding us that confidence doesn't come from perfect appearances, but from the inner strength within. She is a living testament to using adversity as a launchpad to soar high. Kyle was born with a congenital limb deficiency, leaving his arms and legs ending at the elbows and knees. As a child, instead of being surrounded by pity, his parents pushed him into the world of everyday challenges. He had to learn how to feed himself, dress, and move on his own using his short limbs. It was this strictness filled with love that shaped him into a fearless boy, one who refused to see himself as a victim of fate. Kyle's ambition to conquer grew when he decided to become a wrestler and later an MMA fighter. Though he lost more than he won in the early days, he never gave up because for Kyle, the greatest victory was stepping into the ring. Then he set his sights higher than the sky, conquering the majestic Mount Kilimanjaro. Without any prosthetics, he wrapped tires and tape around his limbs and crawled up every rocky meter, turning physical pain into the strength of unwavering willpower. After 10 days of relentless effort, Kyle reached the highest peak in Africa, leaving the world in awe. He didn't climb the mountain for the world to see him, but to see how vast the world is when we dare to step past our fears. Kyle's story is a reminder that we don't need a perfect body to reach great heights. All it takes is a heart that burns brightly, turning every imperfection into a catalyst for the most extraordinary feats. At the age of 19, full of dreams, Purdy suddenly lost both of her legs below the knees due to the devastating disease meningitis. The beautiful world she once saw seemed to crumble completely as she lay in her hospital bed, watching her legs slowly disappear. She fell into a deep pit of despair, wondering how a snowboarder could continue living without legs to stand on. But it was in that darkness that Amy chose to rebirth rather than fade away. She began searching for prosthetic legs that could help her return to her passion for snowboarding. Amy didn't just learn to walk again. She learned to make those wooden legs a part of her soul as she carved down steep slopes. Her perseverance led her to a Paralympic bronze medal and made her one of the world's top snowboarders. She proved that losing her legs didn't mean losing the ability to glide on her own dreams. Amy didn't stop there. She moved the world when she appeared radiant on Dancing with the Stars. On her sparkling prosthetic leg, she gracefully performed mesmerizing dances, shattering all stereotypes about disability. Amy didn't just dance with her body, she danced with the pride of a woman who had conquered fate. She sent us a powerful message. Don't focus on what you've lost, focus on what you still have and what you can create. Alex Zanardi was once a legend in the world of Formula One racing, living life at full speed and the roar of engines. But a horrific crash on the racetrack in 2001 took both of his legs and nearly his life. Waking up from the brink of death, staring at his empty lower body, Alex did not curse fate or the fateful lapse. Instead, he smiled and said, "I still have my hands to drive and a mind to think, and that's more than enough." Instead of retreating into the shadows of his glorious past, Alex embarked on an astonishing journey of rebirth. He designed special hand-controlled racing vehicles and trained relentlessly to return to elite sports. His unwavering effort led him to win 4 Paralympic gold medals in hand cycling. Each rotation of his wheels was not just about speed, it was the heartbeat of a steel heart that constantly yearned to conquer new human limits. Alex Zanardi taught the world that while an accident can break the body, it cannot break the spirit of a warrior. He became a symbol of optimism, always appearing with a radiant smile and the highest sporting spirit. His story is proof that even when life slams a door shut, we can still create our own paths filled with light. He is not only a champion on the racetrack, but a champion of life itself. If you found this video meaningful, don't forget to support the channel by hitting like and sharing. Share it with your friends, be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so we can explore more inspiring stories together next week. And don't forget to leave a comment about the character you admire most below. Thank you for watching, goodbye, and see you next time.